SMT Nation, we back. Nation, as predicted by the SMT, on the podcast, on videos, I've been predicting this for a long time. When T-Mobile started to upgrade their network, and we saw the pace at which they were upgrading, I think we were all pretty impressed. But as predicted, once Verizon got a hold of their C-band spectrum, I knew that they were going to hit the track running, right? And they weren't going to look back. And they have been absolutely on fire in their network build. So much to discuss in this update. I'll be linking the news article for you. It's from Verizon's News Center. You guys can check it out. Link will be in the description. Also in the description is the Real SMT Buy Me a Coffee link. If you want to support your creators, appreciate the content on the channel, support us, buy us a coffee, keep the SMT caffeinated and motivated. And if you're looking for a really good deal on wireless service, we've partnered with mmWave. Check them out. They got great deals. They got the legendary customer care. What you're looking for in a wireless carrier, they got in spades. All right, use our unique partner link. It's in the description. Okay, so the update from Verizon. Lights up 5G ultra-wideband across Ohio. All right, so let's check out some of these cities. Sylvania, Swanton, Lima, Ada, Mount Vernon, Zanesville, Cambridge. Folks, I know these places because I live in Ohio, but for the most part, these are tiny towns. Okay, now there might be some college universities, some smaller schools, colleges that reside in some of these locations, but folks, these are not big cities. All right, when it comes to Ohio, it's Columbus, it's Cleveland. Some people might know a little bit about Toledo or Dayton, Cincinnati, right? Those towns. But everything else in between is all small town Midwest. And Verizon is rapidly upgrading their 5G ultra-wideband network. They are modernizing their network. Based on the disclosures in this article, they're basically done with Cleveland, Columbus, right? They're getting work done in Dayton and Cincinnati. I bet a majority, more than 50% of those tower sites are probably upgraded. Cleveland's basically done. It's very hard to find tower sites that haven't been upgraded. And they're expanding very rapidly in rural America, right? In suburban America. These are the places that we knew were going to kind of be the second phase of the ultra-wideband modernization and upgrade to the Verizon network. I think what's even more impressive, it looks to me like Verizon is getting a jump on things, and they're going to go ahead and turn on 100 megahertz of C-band in multiple Ohio markets. I really wish I knew which ones they were. I really do. But this is important because Verizon's first tranche of spectrum was 60 megahertz of A block, right? They gave 40 megahertz to AT&T to use for now. But this means that they are early clearing with satellite operators. So instead of the 60 megahertz channel, we're now going to see 100 megahertz channels. And the important thing this is that, Verizon can kind of start, I think, maybe experimenting, collecting data, trialing the SA 5G core. And we know that they use Samsung in the Ohio markets, right? And Samsung is O-RAN, vRAN, cable, all those things, all these new 5G advanced technologies, operations with the network core and other things. So it makes a lot of sense. Now, this is not to be forgotten. This is crucial. We never forget this on our channel, but maybe some others do and they forget about it. What Verizon is doing is they're deploying a large portion of their network operations is receiving the MCI fiber, the One Fiber program from Verizon, in which they are deploying their own owned and operated fiber. It says here 10 times the amount of data. Folks, that means 10 gig fiber circuits on all of these upgraded sites. So they're not just putting a bunch of spectrum on air. They're going to feed it with really high capacity fiber circuits. Folks, that is how you 5G network. So far, my only real criticism of T-Mobile has been the fact that not enough tower sites in the Cleveland market have 10 gig fiber. So what we frequently see is like a max capacity of maybe 650 megabits, maybe 700 if it's really off peak, low usage. That's kind of the max capacity that we see. They have 140, 160 megahertz of N41 here. But we only see that because they don't have all of their tower sites on 10 gig fiber. They're on 1 gig fiber. Most of the sites. I've been looking for them. I found a few, but I don't see enough. And for the most part, because Verizon is its own fiber provider on a lot of their tower sites, they're using 10 gig fiber circuits, which means they are more suited for high capacity usage, right? They're more capable of selling the Verizon 5G home internet plus supporting the mobile network. Folks, this is a huge update. You've got fiber circuits on a grand scale going 10 gig. You got 5G ultrawideband, filling in all the spots in rural Ohio and suburban Ohio. You've got the major markets getting completely done. And now we're seeing 100 megahertz of C-band getting bumped up from 60. Folks, be on the lookout for your markets. Be on the lookout for your states, because Ohio's just Ohio. What is so special about Ohio? Verizon's going to do this in all the states. It's no different than Indiana, Illinois. It's no different than Kentucky, Tennessee. It's no different than Pennsylvania, New Jersey. All these states basically are the same. It's just some states are getting early love, right? Like Ohio. But you're next, wherever you are. In fact, tell me where you're at. Tell me if you're seeing the upgrades. Are the tower crews up there? Are they doing those upgrades? Do you see them? Are you able to use the network, folks? I think it's time to ask yourself this question. If you left Verizon because of the network, because T-Mobile or AT&T offered something better, are you ready to switch back? Because the network's getting done, folks. Talk to me. Hit me in the comment section. You all the voice of the people, the SMT Nation. Let your voice be heard.